What's up, guys, and welcome to part 2 of our time in Sanliurfa, Turkey. With ancient history being the lifeblood of the city, it really is a lot to take in. Not only as being home to many Abrahamic fables and stories, the city is endlessly alive, with bustling markets, spinning meats, and a cacophony of Arabic, Kurdish, and Turkish words. It's hard not to fall in love with its timeless charm and archaic cobblestone streets. It's easily one of the most unique places I've been on my travels thus yet, and I can't wait to share this beautiful city with you today.
Now I welcome you to Sanliurfa, the city center, kind of a park with lots of people, so people are out here walking around enjoying the day. Sanliurfa is a super historical city. Like, many people say that this is the ancient Sumerian city of Ur, the place that Abraham the prophet was born. And actually in this pool behind me, there's like speculation that this is where Nimrod, who was the, I believe, a Babylonian king, I may have that wrong, actually set Abraham on fire on a funeral pyre. So that happened right here. This is also an extremely important city for the Armenians as well, plus the Jews, plus the Islam people, the Muslims, sorry. It's important for the Armenians because it's also said that the Armenian alphabet was founded here. So Urfa, like regionally, like you guys can see a map right now, is an extremely important regional place. So it was also an important Silk Road trading post. So we can see lots of influences from the east here, coming from Iran, coming from Israel, coming from Iraq. And you can see also the influence, of course, of the Ottomans on the area. So we have beautiful, beautiful things here. So here you guys can see this is what they're calling a midrashi, which is actually an old kind of castle plus a place where you can stay, so like an overnight place. And then here we have quite an old mosque that's part of the whole midrashi. So people come here, look at the water, see how beautiful it is. Lots of people out today, lots of people. If you're talking about the makeup of Turkey, of like who lives here today, it's a big mix. So you have the Kurds, you have a small Arab population that speak Arabic still, you have the Turks who are here, you have some Armenians like who historically live here. So this whole part of Turkey, southeast, is really, really mixed. The closer you get to the Syrian border, the more you can find people who speak both Arabic and Turkish, or Kurdish, Turkish, and Arabic, like the three. For those of you that don't know, Kurds come from Kurdistan, which is northern Iraq, parts of Syria, and also part of Turkey. And so we're actually going to Diyarbakir soon, which is the basically the home of the northern Kurdish people. They have their own language, they do the religion a little bit on their own, and they're not Turks, so they have like a different thing. So let's check out some stuff. What I can definitely say about Urfa is that it feels a lot more Middle Eastern than Western Turkey. The only place comparatively that I've been to, because I haven't been to much of the Middle East, is Israel. And even the way it looks with this kind of color here reminds me only of Yerevan, Armenia, and Jerusalem in Israel. So I think it's also a lot more mixed here. You can tell it's a little bit more conservative. We're seeing more hijabs for sure, and a little bit more foreign. Not a lot of people speak English here. So it's really, really beautiful though. It's like such an incredible place, like unbelievable. So there's a lot of places you can feed the fish, and apparently the fish here have healing properties, so you try to keep them alive, and also the waters, because obviously this is where Abraham fell off of his funeral pyre. It's crazy. It's really crazy stuff. Really, really crazy. I mean, Abraham is probably the one prophet that both Christians, Muslims, and Jews all celebrate in equity. It's crazy to think that, you know, you can stand and walk around in a city that's just, he was here doing his thing a couple thousand years ago, 4,000 years ago. Wild. Also behind me here we have a medrasi, which is the same thing as a yeshiva for Jews, which is basically a place where you learn to become an imam. Or I guess this would be a monastery. It's the same idea for Christians. Very historic, very, very historic. Why not become a imam in the place where you're like in the footsteps of the father of your religion, besides Muhammad, obviously. This mosque behind me is a really, really important religious site for pretty much everybody. This was essentially a pagan area. This is really close to the cave where Abraham was essentially born. And it was then a Jewish synagogue for quite a long time. And then now it is a mosque since the mid 1500s. So let's go check out some history. Oh. Many people in there were drinking the water right next to the cave where Abraham was born. I assume it's some sort of holy water that replenishes, revitalizes you. And you can actually pay, and you can take like a water bottle to go. It's not like branded or anything, it's just like a jug, which I found kind of funny. Let's keep exploring. Now we're headed up here. This is the Sanliurfa castle. So I see some stairs. Behind me you can probably see we have a really epic view of Sanliurfa, and I have to say this city is so much more Middle Eastern than the rest of Turkey. It's not even comparison. It feels like a different planet from Istanbul. So happy to be here, and it's just such a beautiful place. You have to come here for sure. Alright guys, if you made it this far in the video, I want to thank you so much for watching. This is Sanliurfa. If you want to come here, it's not that far from Istanbul. By plane, maybe an hour and a half. It's really close to Gaziantep, which is probably the city that most people come to in southeast Turkey. So I want to thank you guys for watching. More videos coming from East Turkey, so stay posted. And make sure to comment, like, subscribe, smash those buttons, all the things that YouTubers have to say now, I'm saying now. So cheers guys from Sanliurfa. Görüşürüz. See you in Mardin.